Hi everyone, hope everyone is doing well. So today we're going to be diving a bit more into data sets, talking about how we can manipulate them. We're going to be talking about pivoting. So basically pivoting helps us make our data a bit wider if we want to have a bit more columns based on the rows we have. So let's say you have a more data set that's kind of more vertical in a sense where there's a lot of data inputs for the columns. So this, let's say, drags on for a lot more. And you maybe want to constrict that so it's a bit more wider instead based on the amount of rows. So what we're basically essentially doing in a conceptual wise is turning a vertical data set into a bit more horizontal. There's three things that you want to include when pivoting. You want to include your index, which is your side piece right here, the columns, the amount of columns you have at the top, and what values you have in the data sets. So I'm going to show you what I mean. Here I've already imported my data set into the variable World Cup. So I'm going to, here I'm just going to go ahead and print. I'm going to say World Cup.pivot, and then I'll put parentheses. So now I can go ahead and move forward with this index. For my index, I'm going to choose the year, just so we can see how things change since the first World Cup to the most recent one. So I'm going to put equal, and then the name has to be exactly as it is on your data set, or else it's going to run an error. So put year, columns, let me see, make sure I spelled that correct. Columns is equal to, let's say for my columns, I want to put the amount of teams of each World Cup. So quotations, and then teams. And for the quotations, it can be double quotations or single quotations, really up to you. And let's say maybe I want the value to be the goals scored. So let's say values, equals goals scored. All right, now if we go ahead and print this down here. All right, as you can see, the reason my data set is more vertical is because my original one was a bit wider. There was more information in regards to the amount of rows to the amount of columns you had. Here it kind of simplified, so it kind of did the opposite, but it still works in that sense. So as you can see, teams is my columns at the very top, right there. Teams, so we have a lot of NAs because there wasn't the same amount of teams in each World Cup. As you can see, when there was 13 teams, there was 70 goals scored, 88 goals scored in different World Cups. And as you can see, this kind of helps you see the vertical representation, possibly like a slope in a sense of how it's changed based on the year and the amount of teams per World Cup based on how many goals. So as you can see, as teams increase, the amount of goals also increase and things like that. So that's one way that we can manipulate this. Another way is also maybe we want to see how certain things impact who the champion is. So we can do something very similar to this. So I'm going to say World Cup dot pivot. Then same thing, index equals, I'm going to say year. For this example, I'm going to keep year consistent because it's something that's consistently changing every 4 years, because the World Cup is every 4 years. But what I'm going to be messing with is possibly most likely the columns and values because that is a variable that can change based on the year. So I'm going to put again year, comma, no, not like that, outside of the quotes, comma, now put columns, and then I'm going to put the amount of teams. Let's see, boom, oh, let me go back right here, I'm going to say teams, and there's an extra colon, teams, and then values, I'm going to say, in this case, I'm going to put strings or champions. Champions. And then let me just go ahead and put a little print statement here so that we can get a little separation. First I have it, boom, and then run this. And then, so one thing here is it's not champions, it should be champion. So it's very sensitive to how you input things. So clear, run that, and boom. The reason it didn't work, like I said, in my original data set, it wasn't champions, it was champion without the S. So it's very sensitive, or it's going to give you an error if it's not correct. So as you can see here, similarly, based on the amount of teams and what year it was, you can kind of see the difference in who was champion. So when there was 13 teams, at the very bottom, you can see that Uruguay was a champion twice. And there was 15 teams, Italy. Again, there's a lot of NAs because as the things change, there's certain values that aren't able to be there. So for like when there was 15 teams from World Cup from 1954 to 1970, what is that, 1978, there's a bunch of NAs because there was actually 16 teams. That's why we can see this third column just filled with a bunch of different champions. Brazil in a row. So this kind of just helps you identify maybe certain patterns based on your columns and your index. Another thing we can also do, third example, the little example to get a bit more practice, you can go ahead and put print world cup dot pivot, and then index, same thing, keeping index consistent. Let's say columns, let's put that right up. Columns, let's say here instead it's matches played. And then for my values, I'm going to put goals. Oop, forgot the quotes. Goals scored. Alright, then same thing, just a little print to help me out with the separating things, then PY. And as you can see, this data set got a bit wider. Oop, that's my fault. This data set got a bit wider because the matches played increased a bit more drastically than the amount of teams. So as you can see, matches played went from 16 all the way to 64. That's a lot of different matches played, different World Cups. And as you can see, it kind of follows a pattern, a linear pattern, where based on the amount of matches played and what year it was, obviously there was also more teams in the later years, so there's going to be more goals scored. So that's kind of the sense of pivoting. Helps you widen your data a bit more so you can maybe see certain patterns. In this case, these three examples kind of showed linear patterns of things consistently changing as the amount of matches played, the amount of teams played change. So that's one really good thing about pivoting. It just helps you really focus in on certain data points that you may want to look at based on your index, the amount of columns, and what specific values you want to like crack down on. But yeah, this is pivoting. It's can be hard to wrap your head around. It can be confused sometimes with melting. That's another topic that we'll talk about later on. But yeah, this is the basics. Hopefully you guys can go ahead and try it out for yourself and try to have a deeper understanding of how this can be useful to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one.